Okay. So friends, our Thinking Thursday is there again, and we have Geeta Bhansali, our speaker for today. She's been in the field of healing for more than 20 years, actively practicing and teaching various therapeutic modalities. I love what she said, deeply meditative to freely expressive. And she says that most of her clients that come to her, what I mean is all of them, get onto the path of self discovery and self knowing, and eventually fall in love with themselves. So I think we are going to fall in love with ourselves today in an hour only, and we're going to fall in love with Geeta too. So Geeta, welcome, my dear.
Thank you, Trupti, for inviting me for this session. And I really think what I feel and what I need are the two fundamental questions that if we can ask these two questions to ourselves, we'll get to know a lot about ourselves. So though it's a very simple question, it still has a lot of depth. So let's dive right deep in, so without really much ado. So what I like to do is begin a session with humming. Now, what does humming do? It helps us to center ourselves, bring us into this deep awareness about ourselves and our feelings. So let's just close our eyes. Let's just close our eyes. Sit comfortably, just the way you feel like, doesn't matter. Just relax yourself. And whenever you're ready, what you need to do is breathe in, and on your exhale, you need to do a humming sound, which is like this. So like this, let's take about 3 to 5 exhales. Let's breathe it together. Let's breathe in one more time. And one more time. And one last time, breathe in. And now stay in silence for about 30 seconds. And let these vibrations integrate into your body. Just become aware of your breath. And now ask yourself, now that you're really in touch with yourself, ask yourself, what do I really feel in this moment? What is the feeling that is alive in you? Without judging your feeling, become aware of what is it that you're feeling right now in this moment. Whether it's a happy, sad, content, tired, whatever comes to your mind. And once you have that answer as to what am I feeling, very gently come back and open your eyes. And if you're comfortable, I would like you to put it on the chat or write it on a piece of paper. I feel this. So I can begin by putting on the chat. So just take about a minute to just put on the chat, what is it that you're feeling? Yes, I feel anxious, I'm at peace. I do not judge whatever is coming to you. tired. I feel calm and peaceful. Okay. So now let me share the PPT. So what do I feel and what do I need? Feelings are not right or wrong. Feelings are not good or bad. Feelings are only pleasant or unpleasant. Usually we grow up with this idea feeling sad, angry, fearful is wrong or bad. But the point is, no feeling is good or bad. No feeling is right or wrong. Feelings are just pleasant or unpleasant. Hmm? So, what happens with our feelings? Feelings are felt in the body, they're never felt in the mind. Feelings are not thoughts. So, again, I would like you to see what is it that you've written. I feel so and so, and take about 2 minutes to feel that feeling fully in your body. Let's close our eyes. Let's close our eyes. And you know exactly what you've written. I feel this. Say it a couple of times to yourself without judging your feeling at all, without thinking whether it's right or wrong, good or bad. I feel this. And feel that feeling in your body. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. Doesn't matter. Let's just again connect with our feelings. Feel the body sensations. Keep your eyes shut. And maybe certain thoughts came up, certain stories, some history, some past is coming up for you. What is happening? What are the thoughts that is coming up behind these feelings? Just become aware of that. And whenever you think you're ready, very gently come back, open your eyes, and write down any thoughts that are coming to you with respect to your feelings. Let's separate our thoughts from our feelings. So take about 2 to 3 minutes to just write down any thoughts or stories or past or history that's coming up? So for like my chat is deleted. So for example, if somebody is written, I feel ignored, I feel rejected, I feel confused, I feel irritated. What is it? What is happening? What are the thoughts behind it? What is the story behind it? Let's dissect this feelings from thoughts, stories from feelings. Okay, so take a sheet of paper and write down. It's like pouring your thoughts out. And sometimes a lot comes up. I would allow you to really let these thoughts come up. That's when you feel your feelings fully. So take about another 30 seconds to write down, finish writing whatever you need to write. Okay. Does anybody wishes to share what came up? I would like to hear from someone what happened when you did this exercise, a short exercise as to what am I feeling and what are my thoughts behind my feelings. Would anybody like to share? Okay, what are the kind of thoughts that came up? Yes, Ranju, you would like to share?
I didn't feel any negative thought, but I was anticipation tha for tomorrow's going out. So, not any this thing.
That's fine. And it doesn't have to be a negative thought. It's just a thought. Anybody else would like to share what happened?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Prachi?
Ma'am, it was calm. I was like, after those three hums, I felt very calm after the entire day. And after doing this particular exercise, that calmness seeped in. Like I was full at peace. That's what I felt.
So Trupti is telling me on the chat or telling us, I just had a thought of what my daughter said about her work before she left. I continue to exaggerate the feelings of peace and calmness. Thanks for sharing that. Sometimes we're not able to dissect the thought behind the feeling, and it's very, very important. Okay, so I want to share the PPT. I'm not able to because I'm not the host again. So if
Okay. You must have just been.
yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, you can share now.
Yeah. So as I said, feelings are felt in the body. They're never felt in the mind, which means we never logicalize or judge our feelings. Why am I feeling like that? Feelings, I'm feeling so, period. I'm feeling this, period. That's it. We do not think about our feelings. We feel our feelings. Hmm? Feelings are not thoughts, which is very, very important to understand. Feelings are not thoughts. So what is the meaning of that? So for example, I feel, sorry. So for example, if I say, I feel misunderstood. Misunderstood is a thought. What is the feeling? Probably, what do I feel when I feel misunderstood? Probably anger, anxious, sad, so many feelings, na? What do I feel when I feel ignored? Probably angry. What do I feel when I feel rejected? Sad. Probably sad. And there are too many other feelings. What do I feel when I feel cheated? Furious. So, like that, these thoughts are not feelings. These are called pseudo feelings, which is logicalized feelings. When we feel misunderstood, ignored, rejected, cheated, so if you feel like this, you're actually not feeling, you're hiding your feelings. There is a story behind these feelings. You need to sit with these stories. So, for example, if I tell myself I feel misunderstood, I need to sit with myself and look at why am I feeling so misunderstood? What is happening in my life? That's when I will feel my feelings fully. I hope you're getting this because this is a very important part about what is it that I feel. This language, we need to increase our vocabulary about our feelings. Sometimes we don't even need a vocab. For example, children don't need vocabulary. Why? Because they are in their body. They know how to feel. But as we grow up, what happens? We tell ourselves, I'm not supposed to feel like this, or our vocabulary becomes like this thoughts. I feel so horrible. I feel so cheated. I feel so ignored. I feel so rejected. I feel so abused. I feel so taken for granted. This is the self talk that goes on in our system. What happens then? The body doesn't feel anymore. And what happens when the body doesn't feel anymore? We start to suppress our feelings. So I'm going to talk more about this, but what I want you all to really look at is the vocabulary for the pleasant and unpleasant feelings. And this is not an exhaustive vocabulary, there's a lot more. So, unpleasant feelings could range from being discouraged, uneasy, comfortable, embarrassed, miserable, to uninterested, bored, hopeless, numb, distance, XYZ. There is so much that I feel. But who knows all this? We just talk about, I feel angry, I feel this. We don't know this vocabulary. Also, it's not about unpleasant feelings, even for pleasant feelings. Do we know? Do we have a vocabulary like this? I feel satisfied, I feel content, I feel safe, I'm at ease, I feel appreciative, grateful, stimulated, motivated, amused. We don't talk like this. We just know about happy and glad and excited. That's about it. We have zero vocabulary about even the pleasant feelings. We don't know how to feel happy. Like if you watch the children, if you look at the children, they really know how to feel both the pleasant and the unpleasant feelings. Right? So, once you've felt your feelings fully, let's take one more time to really look at what am I really feeling. If something that has changed for you, just by this understanding of feeling fully, and feelings are important and they are valuable. Can you take a moment one more time to close your eyes and ask yourself, what am I really feeling? And let that come up instantaneously for you, as if your body is talking to you. And focus on your breath. And let these feelings guide you to your needs. Once you've felt your feelings fully, let these feelings guide you to your needs, which means I'm feeling so and so. I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling joyful because my need for so and so is met or not met. So I'm feeling sad because I didn't meet my husband today. That could be the answer. or I'm feeling joyful because my husband gave me a hug. So, what is your need that is met or not met? What is happening? Why are you feeling the feeling? Get an answer to that. And write your answers into the chat box. I'm feeling so and so because, like Shilpa, Shrija has just mentioned, I feel glad because I feel cared for by my people. So, being cared for is the need that is met. And Urvi has mentioned, I feel misunderstood because I haven't communicated effectively, which means if we dissect misunderstood, what are you really feeling, Urvi, when you're feeling misunderstood? Probably sad or angry or something like that. And what is the need? I wish to communicate, so I need expression. So just write down, I feel so and so because whatever is coming up for you. Let's take about 2 minutes to write down our answers in the chat. I'm also going to write. Yeah. Yeah. I feel happy because my son will be calling me up shortly. So that's the need for companionship or love or belonging. I feel joyful because I'm learning something new today. Very nice. I feel lighter as I could arrange my cupboard, a wardrobe. Yes. So you see the connection between the feelings and needs? It's mixed emotions, positive, negative, suppressed emotions. Thanks for sharing that, Asha, because it really requires a lot of courage to talk about our emotions. Do we realize most often we are not comfortable talking about how we feel? Because the immediate judgment we have about ourselves is, oh, what if somebody judges me? Then I won't be good and I would be bad. So it requires a lot of courage. Thanks, Asha. And I would suggest sit with your suppressed or mixed emotions. Doesn't matter whatever comes up, just sit with them. So let me share the screen one more time. So this was about feelings. Feelings guide us to our needs. As we already understood, feelings are not good or bad. Feelings are just pleasant or unpleasant. So each time you're having an unpleasant feeling means what? It is telling you, it is giving you some information about your unmet needs. It is telling you that something is missing. A pleasant feeling. Suppose I'm having a pleasant feeling. It's giving me some information that some of my needs are met. And this is biologically, this is actually built into our system. Isn't this wonderful? It's a mechanism. It's a physiological mechanism which is built into our system from birth. How fantastic it is. Each time I'm feeling an unpleasant feeling, it is telling me, oh, something you need to meet, some need is unmet. And each time I'm feeling a happy or a pleasant feeling, It's giving me an information that some need of mine is met. How beautiful it is. Which is why we need to really understand that feelings are the most important medium or guidance in our lives. It guides us. Hadn't it been for feelings, like for example, Gandhiji was so angry. If he hadn't listened to his anger, do you think we would have got freedom? So Gandhiji was angry because he needed freedom. So feelings are a guide to our needs. Okay, so first is to understand the feelings and to feel the feelings and to sit with our feelings and make friends with our feelings without judging them. If you're having a hatred feeling, let it be. Doesn't matter. Sit with that feeling of yours and ask yourself, why do I feel this hatred? What is the story behind this? What is the past? And let that emerge. Let that come up. Okay. Then it's about needs. So this is not an exhaustive list about needs, but it is still a list. Just take a glance at this list of needs and see where is it that you're falling. So if you've said something about your feeling, what is the need that is met or not met? Whether it's mutuality, peace, respect, contribution. So for me, contribution, spirituality is right now very, very important. I'm in that category. So if someone is feeling exhausted, maybe that person needs that well-being, rest. If somebody is feeling bored, maybe he or she needs competence, growth. So how important? So let me stop. I mean, if you can just go through and just see if you've identified your need. Needs are very important. Let me stop sharing and talk a little bit about needs. So what are needs? Needs are life-serving. They are like oxygen. Can you imagine living a life without oxygen? Like you could live without oxygen for like say 5 breaths. What happens after 5 breaths? I will die. So needs are like oxygen. How important it is to know what I need. Because it's oxygen, right? And what is guiding us to our needs? Feelings. So do you get this association between feelings and needs and how valuable both of this is? But what do I do to myself? Or what do we tell ourselves? Forget it. Let's just have a drink, or let's just party, or let's just watch TV, or let's just be on the internet and let's forget. I don't want to feel all these damn feelings of mine. Doesn't matter. Or we sleep it off. And then what happens? The oxygen reduces because I'm not aware of my needs. Nah? I don't know what I want. So most often when people come for my sessions, for example, and if I ask them, what do you really need? I don't know, maybe a job, maybe a lot of money. That's all. Or I just want to be happy. But what do you really need? We don't have a vocabulary of feelings or needs. And that's how suppression, and I don't want to talk too much about illness, but yes, this is what happens. So it's very, very important. Let me share the screen again. So it's very important to feel your feelings fully See, unless and until you don't feel your feelings fully, you won't realize what your needs are. Feeling your feelings fully is really important. You need to make friends with your feelings. Second is hold your needs tightly. Why? Because that's oxygen, that's life serving. So the minute you discover your need, whatever that need is, hold it tightly. And that need could be anything. You need to tell yourself each and every time you feel your feeling or you realize your need, my feelings matter, my needs matter. This is really important because there would be times that you yourself would undermine your feeling or undermine your need. But if you tell yourself that my feelings matter, if I'm feeling this, even if it's hatred, if I'm feeling hatred, this feeling matters. And what is it that I need? Love. Obviously, if I'm feeling so much hatred, what do I need? Love. Which means if I'm feeling so much hatred, my oxygen tank is on zero. My love is zero, which is why I'm feeling hatred, right? So the minute I discover, oh my God, I need love, I need to value my need because my needs matter. So these, first of all, these two things are really important to tell yourself, my needs matter and my feelings matter. Okay. So let me explain this with a simple example or a simple little thing. So suppose I'm feeling irritated. And I get triggered with the smallest of things. For example, my husband has come 5 minutes late, or there's a little extra salt in my food, or for example, the driver has taken the wrong turn, or the Uber driver has, canceled the trip, and I get irritated. So I need to tell myself, why am I getting irritated so much? Take 2 minutes off. Realize that yes, I'm feeling irritated, and sit with my irritation. And once I sit with my irritation, maybe I realize that, oh my God, I'm feeling really angry. Behind that irritation, there is a story. And behind that story, maybe there is a lot of anger, there's a lot of rage. And what is the story? The story could be that my mom hasn't called me for a month. She doesn't care for me. She's never cared for me. She doesn't love me. And there is so much anger behind that little irritation. What do I really need? If I'm feeling so much anger and so much rage, what do I really need? I need love, care, and acceptance. And the minute I realize this, there is a shift that happens in my body. There's something changes. Oh my God, I need so much love, care, and acceptance. And then I start to fulfill these needs of mine. Of course, that's another topic, how to fulfill. I can't just sit and say, oh, I need love, care, and acceptance. Who's gonna fill my oxygen tank? Of course, I. So I need to take concrete steps to fulfill my own needs. But for that, I need to realize my needs and also feel my feelings. So let me tell you one incident about my life, which was of course a very big incident and also a life-changing. So I had a cerebral aneurysm about 2.5 years back, which is actually a hemorrhage of the brain, and I was in the ICU for about 10 days. And what was the cause? What do you think was the cause? I had not felt my anger fully. in spite of doing 20 years of the work that I do, in spite of that, I had not felt my anger fully. Of course, the doctor says it was high blood pressure, whatever. I know that I had suppressed my anger. I had not shouted on top of my voice. I was really angry at so many people, including myself. And that whole episode brought about a huge shift in my life. And when I came back home, I was in so much anger. I would throw things, I would do a lot of silly stuff, so-called silly stuff, but according to me, it wasn't silly. I was venting my anger, which was so very important. So you see, what happens. Not necessarily you have to go through this, but what happens typically when we suppress any emotion of ours, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, even pleasant, we harden ourselves. The body hardens itself. And that is the real cause of diseases. Because you're low on your oxygen tank, you don't know what you need. So what I needed when I got aneurysm, I needed a lot of freedom. I needed an expression of my anger. And that aneurysm gave me that gateway to express myself. So there are two fundamental questions that you can actually ask yourself, which can actually resolve most of the issues, or probably all. What do I feel? And what do I need? So each time you're going through a situation, or you're feeling something, even if it's a slight feeling, sit and ask yourself, what do I feel? And what do I need? As long as you feel your feelings fully, and as long as you take concrete steps to fulfill your needs, you are home. Yeah. So take a moment to just reflect on what is it that you've really understood in this, because it's not about understanding the session. It's not about understanding what was said in the session. It's understanding yourself. It's about understanding, what am I really feeling right now in this moment?
Can I ask one thing?
Yes, let me finish. And what is it that I need? So I'll answer your question. Just take a moment to really reflect on what is it that you've taken back from, I'm not saying from the session, from what was said to yourself, or what is it that you understood? Just take a moment, close your eyes. And something it is that you've understood about yourself, even if that is 0.1%, it is helpful for you. It's nourishing for you. So close your eyes, breathe. And again, ask yourself, what do I feel? And feel it fully in your body without any judgments, without analyzing, without logicalizing. What do I feel in my body? What is happening right now in this moment? And feel this feeling fully. Take about 2 minutes to feel this feeling fully. And let these body sensations, let this feeling become your guide. It's helping you. Trust your feeling fully. Your feelings matter. Value your feelings. Let this feeling guide you to what is it that I need, that I really need in this moment. And take a few deep breaths, as if a door has opened for you, as if a window has opened for you, as if a gateway has opened for you. Something very nourishing, like oxygen. Yes, I can breathe now. This is what I need. I value what I need. I need this, and this is valuable for me. I need this, and this is valuable for me. And take a few more deep breaths. And see that you're able to take a few steps. What are the concrete steps that you can take to fulfill this need of yours? Probably one step for now. What can I do to fulfill this need of mine? And whenever you're ready, gently come back and open your eyes. Okay, so now you can ask, anybody has a question to ask or any sharing. I think the Zoom user.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, one thing I wanted to share with you is कि when we are recognizing our thoughts,
Yes.
like when we actually get a picture कि this is a thought which is giving a raise to this particular feeling, then sometimes what happens is कि there is another thought or a feeling I can't identify which says, oh, that is because it's not right, you are thinking that way is because this so and so thing happened, तो उससे मेरा जो mode of action है towards pertaining that thought changes, which may not be actually the right thing to do, और फिर धीरे धीरे build up होता है where a person can develop this kind of things, being little irritable, being little, anxious within our own selves. So when we have a thought, so we should acknowledge that rather than giving reasons to ourselves कि नहीं, suppress ourselves कि नहीं ऐसे नहीं सोचना है, तो हमें वो नहीं करना है, and we have to take out our feelings as it is coming without giving reasons to ourselves. So what is the right approach to this actually?
So right approach is to feel your feelings fully, I'll again say, and there would be multiple thoughts that will come up, multiple stories that will come up.
Which would be suppressing that.
Yes.
कि हाँ, you are thinking wrong. तो उस
Yes.
second thought जो मैम हमारा है, the second one which is coming is making us move away from our own authentic selves, right?
See, it doesn't matter whether it's the first, second, or the 100th thought or the millionth thought,
Correct.
because thoughts are
Correct.
zillions. We cannot hold our thoughts. It takes years of meditative practices to become a yogi, We
Yeah,
can't
that's right.
catch our thoughts. Doesn't matter whether they are related, unrelated, or let the magnanimity of the thoughts come up and the feelings come up. Doesn't matter. As long as you're able to feel your feelings in your body. See, thoughts come in the brain. Feelings come in the body. You will know when you feel. You don't have to think about your feelings. You feel your feelings. Feelings are the juicy part of thoughts. So
Basically, not giving reasons.
Yes, what meditative practice, I won't say meditation, any meditative practice does is to reduce the thoughts. That's when you are in your body. That is why feelings are so important. What you feel is way more important than what you think. We're not talking about thoughts right now. The point is, Even if there's zillions of thoughts that are coming up, let them come up, write them down and let them go and feel the feelings without any judgment. So for example, I'm sorry, but I'm just reading the chat. Someone has written, I feel broken, betrayed. I've been suppressing my anger for years and I want to cry, scream. Even I don't allow myself to shed tears, fearing my strength will fade away. So this is exactly what I'm saying. When I got my aneurysm, in spite of doing tons of work, I had not done it enough. So for, I don't know how to pronounce Porinita, but if Porinita, if you're feeling broken, betrayed, there surely is a story. There surely is a history. Take a week off, sit with yourself, make friends with this broken and betrayal feeling. That's when you really access the deeper layers of anger.
Got it.
The deepest layer of anger will start to surface up, and when you will want to scream, cry for days together, maybe years together, I don't know. Sometimes lifetimes of anger is suppressed. Yeah. And it's okay to cry right now itself because your feeling is valuable. Nobody has to understand your feeling. Somebody might laugh at your feeling. Doesn't matter. You have to value your feelings. You need to touch that deepest core. It's like a volcano. It's like the iceberg. What is this deepest layer of my feeling? And as I'm saying, it could be lifetimes and lifetimes that I've suppressed myself, or you have suppressed myself. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. I can recognize my feelings and at the same time feeling very low, and it's okay to feel like this. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to feel fearful. It's okay to be in depression. We hate ourselves to be in depression. But can I tell myself I love myself, to see myself in this feeling and let me feel this feeling fully? Yeah? Let me read the chat. It's nice that you're recognizing the feeling and the need, Shrija. Okay. Anybody has a question or a sharing about today? And do not bother about anything as long as you've taken these two statements. What am I feeling? And what do I need? How simple is it, no? So the person who has an OCD has a lot of compulsive feelings. What can be done about it? Again, feel the feelings fully. So what does an OCD person would probably have? For instance, I cannot be judgmental, but for instance, suppose I have OCD. First of all, I would hate myself to have OCD. I would be distracted. I would be angry. I would be fearful. Correct. Can I sit with these feelings and tell myself, damn it, this is what I feel? And yes, I had worked with a severe OCD client, like severe. On a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is worse, she was a 9. And this is exactly what I did with her. Let her feel she was running away from herself, which is why she was anxious, she was depressed. So in spite of having OCD, she was depressed and anxious. It was multiplying. What did we do? I told her, just feel your feelings fully. Do not hate yourself. If you're hating yourself, sit with yourself. Sit with this hatred and ask yourself, why am I hating myself? Can I see my hatred? Can I feel my hatred? And it was a process. It doesn't happen overnight. And her OCD reduced. Okay. So from now onwards, I would be very, very happy if you would really See that your feelings are very, very valuable. Do not hate your feelings. Do not hide your feelings. Sit with your feelings and make friends with your feelings. Yeah.
What an insightful session with just 2 sentences.
Yes.
That's what I loved so much. Just feel and need.
Yes.
These two powerful words, Geeta, you have woven them together, and you've created like a kind of a tapestry of a person. It's really, really deep, very, very deep.
Yes, it is.
Yes, so I think all of us.
Yes, and feelings are really deep, no? Isn't it?
Very deep, very deep. I mean, even if you take just one feeling and sit on it, for a week, a lot of stories will start to emerge, because every feeling has stories, not one story, but many stories. So I always say that, when you sit on your feelings, it acts like a kind of a rubber band. It takes you back in time, and then one story links to another story, and there are so many characters, and it's so interesting. The whole drama unfolds just with one feeling. So
and I'm sorry to interrupt, that's also to do with pleasant feelings, by the way.
Yes.
What makes me so joyful, and if we can go back in time to my childhood, to our childhood, and see what really makes me painting, licking an ice cream, if I could do all of that again, because as humans we don't even celebrate our pleasant feelings.
True.
Like if you go back and ask yourself, tomorrow is a holiday, when that was told to us when we were 5 or we were 7, we would jump in joy, we would dance in joy. What do we do now? Even if we have lakhs of rupees, we're not happy because we don't know, we've forgotten to celebrate our happy feelings. We don't know.
I think as you grow older, the experience of joy in my body is not the same as I was when I was 5 years old, because I'm covered with layers and layers of muck. So I think, you have to dig that and become that 5-year-old to actually experience joy. And that's one of the ways that people get out of depression.
Yes.
That's really one way that you get out of depression, when you allow that free child or natural child to come out, which has been covered by layers of whatever. I would call it learning, but a lot of other stuff. I should be like this. All the should and the must.
Yes. So there is nothing wrong with having a depression. There's nothing wrong with having an ABC feeling. What is wrong is what are you doing with those feelings?
Right. Absolutely.
That is important. So also, I don't know when we are supposed to wind up. I think it's
we'll wind up. I don't know if anybody else has any questions to ask, but I think everybody's in a reflective mode. So you put them where they need to be, possibly.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
Okay, and I'll just take about 2 minutes to talk about Seeds of Well-Being. So Seeds of Well-Being is a program which I offer, which has multiple, I don't know how to put it across, but it's a toolkit that I present to the participants or to the people who join the program. And again, these tools range from being deeply meditative to freely expressive. And once you understand these tools or practice these tools, what I'm wanting, that's actually, I'm trying to talk about my vision. So my vision is to create an ecosystem of well-being by using these Seeds of Well-Being tools. What is the meaning of an ecosystem of well-being? So for instance, if you have a group of people who are facing a particular challenge or going through certain issues, I can offer these tools to these people, and they can use these tools for their own well-being, so to say. So, and I want to work with these varied groups of people, which could be anybody and everybody, because I think all of us need these tools, and make them the seeds, give them a training, let them understand, let them practice, so that they can they can sell it forward, or they can use it forward. So that's the whole idea of creating a ecosystem of well-being. That's the vision that I have. That's in a nutshell about Seeds of Well-being. Thank you, everybody. It was nice doing this.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful, wonderful session. Thank you, Geet. Thank you,
Ma'am,
Geet,
thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you, Trupti. Thank you, each one
Thank
of
you,
you.
ma'am. Thank you.
Geeta,
so much.
I have put your number on the chat, so
Okay.
if they want to contact you, they can. So, guys, her number is on the chat. Please take it down from the chat, because we have also people who are not from the Thinking Thursday group here. So, anybody who wants her number, please take it down from the chat, okay? So, that's great. Thank you, Geeta. It was
Thank you so
wonderful.
much.
Loved it. And please
Thank
stay
you.
connected. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
God bless. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So everybody enjoyed.
Ma'am, revision of
learn.
TA class.
Yeah. So yeah, it was very, very, very insightful. And I love the way Geeta very gently spoke, gave us time to reflect, to breathe. This is very important, it's not a lecture that she's giving. She's like taking us through our own feelings and needs. So I really loved that. Like, kind of ठहराव. The word that came to my mind was कितना ठहराव है गीता में. She's like allowing people to just stay with their feelings. It's quite rare to have facilitators who have that, Geeta. I try to appreciate that. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangeeta, Guru, and Nina for all this.
Thank you.
Sangeeta
Thank
is
you.
here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I share something?
Please,
Yes.
please.
Yeah. So I'd personally really like to thank Geet. She brought me back from the brink of depression in spite of her hectic schedule and her going through her own personal challenges with her husband being unwell. She kept that aside and she worked on me. Love you, Geeta Lodz. Thank you so much.
No, you were meant to receive it, Nina.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Lovely.
Love you.
Very nice. Very,
Yes,
very nice. Awesome. Well, that's what differentiates a therapist from a good therapist. So I think that's very important. Lovely. So friends, should we blow kisses to Geeta before we leave?
Yes, yes. We should.
Yeah, so there are no lips here, sad. But we can definitely blow hearts. So please, let's blow hearts to Geeta.
Yes,
Very
yes,
important.
yes. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.